What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be talking about the top 5 best and worst value centers in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. So obviously with videos like these we have done the rest of them, and it's been the best part of a week honestly since we last did one of these. I was actually meant to have this done on Saturday, but had a little bit delayed. So yeah, obviously some cards on the worst list are actually pretty good, and other cards on the best list are pretty not great. So, not pretty not great, are worse than cards on the worst list. This is purely based on value. For example, if two cards are almost identical, and one of them is 1,000 MT, and the other one is 30,000 MT, obviously, even if the 30,000 one is slightly better, it's going to be significantly worse value. This is 30 times the price. As well as that, lads, we are trying to hit 222,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We right now are about 600 subscribers off, so we're not that far away. Huge shout out to everyone for all the support recently. Like, we're pulling in the most views per month we've pulled in since September. And while, it's not lockdown numbers, it's not start of quarantine numbers, where I was pulling in 7-8 million views a month, but I do appreciate the fact that there are still consistently people that are coming to watch these videos every single day. So anyway, now let's get on to it. So now we're going to start off with the worst value. And first of all, we are going to season tip off at number 5. And we're going with Greg Oden. Greg Oden for around 35-ish KMT. He's alright. It's expensive. It's really expensive. So one big thing is, as you guys can see, he's a 93 overall. You know something's not right when you see 90 offense and 90 defensive overall. Yeah, he's 7 foot tall. 5 half badges, rim protector, drop stepper, argo badge, as well as back down punisher. And if you're on next gen, rise up is a pretty nice badge, I can't lie. The thing with rise up though is it's not really a MyTEAM badge, it's more of a great badge in like Pro Am or something. Then we got Heat Seeker, he's got Heart Crusher, Intimidator. Obviously, he doesn't have clamps. He can't shoot the 3 at all. Mid-range is okay. Post-game is alright. Post-game doesn't mean that much, especially on current gen. It's unusable. Playing in the post, unless you're drop stepping. However, playing the post is a little better on next gen because post hooking is a little bit more OP. And he's got 88 post hook. As well as that, a 90 standing dunk is pretty nice with that rise up badge as well. An 89 block, which is good. Not great perimeter defense. Speed, he's slow. Like 66 speed. That's slower than like a Bargnani. That's like barely above LaFrent's speed, and terrible out of quickness. So he's an unathletic, rebounding big who can't shoot the midi and is okay with a post hook, can't shoot a fade. So for this card right here, I mean, it's hard not to put him on the worst value list, especially because he's not cheap either. At number 4, we're going to the international set, and it's Zydrunas Ilgauskas. So Ilgauskas is around 50 KMT. Locks in for a not good Detlef Schrempf. Like, Schrempf is good. He's good when he's badged up. He costs so much to badge up. And that's a big reason why Ilgauskas is on this worst value list, because he locks in for a not great card. But he's got Set Shooter Hall of Fame, Hot Zone Hunter Hall of Fame, which is a good badge, Catch and Shoot Gold. Doesn't come with range extender. He's a decent shooter. Like, he shoots alright from around the 3-point line, but only a 79. So at this stage in the game, there are significantly better shooters. The big problem with this guy here, the guy's got 29 speed. Like, yeah, you can get away with him. Like, I can personally, the way I play this game, I can get away with running a Zydrunas Ilgauskas. But is he going to give you any more than a Bargnani or a LaFrent's? No. He's a similar standard to both of them. The guy's 7'3", so he's got height, going to be a good interior defender. But if you come up against Blake Griffin, Draymond the center, Wayne Embry, Sean Kemp. Like, the fact, initially when he came out, I said, you know what, you can actually use him unless your opponent is Blake Griffin. But now, like, Sean Kemp exists. So these, like, slow-footed centers are really, really weak. Like, if you've got mid-50 speed, that's probably the bare minimum you can use right now. Like, even someone like a Samson's way too slow to use. But, yeah, he's number 4. Which shows there's some quite bad value centers if he's 4. At number 3, we are going to team-ups. Wilt Chamberlain. I hate this card. I'm telling you right now, I hate this card. Initially, when I was initially making this list, I had put Kareem on the list, because I don't think this card is good. I don't think it's good at all. But then I was like, Wilt is not much cheaper, and he's way better than Wilt. And again, team ups. Marcus Camby, one of the worst lock-in awards we've seen since, apart from Dennis Rodman. But like, let's look at Wilt. Yeah, he's 7'1", so he's an inch taller than Kareem. 4 half badges. Drop stepper is good. Rise up is okay, I guess. Gold hard crusher, gold intimidator. His overall game, 58 mid. He can't. His post game's good. Cannot shoot the ball to save his life. Free throw of 58. Ball handle's non-existent. Passing IQ is not, well, it doesn't matter. Yeah, he's got a good block. Perimeter defense is awful. Speed, that's not even good. Like 75 speed, 60 acceleration. 60 acceleration is not good. He's not going to feel any faster than a Bargnani. I keep mentioning Bargnani because he's just like one of the more used kind of somewhat mid-speed centers. He's got 25 speed ball as well, so he literally goes to a halt when he catches the ball. And 60 lateral quickness, which is shocking, man. This is shocking. And he can't shoot. Like, if this guy had a 93 ball, I'd be still saying he's only a decent card. He can't play defense. Yeah, he can. What he can do is stand under the rim, block shots, and dunk it beside the basket and drop step people. So can 90% of centers in this game. Like Sim Vular can do that. Obviously, he's a lot faster than Sim Vular, but he offers nothing. His card offers nothing. And he's out here costing you around 40k MT. Like, at least Kareem has got some speed. I can't believe I initially had Kareem on this list looking at the rest of these guys. At least Kareem has got some speed. Like, he's got 7 Huff badges. And in terms of his, where's attributes? In terms of his attributes, like, he's got 76 speed, 75 acceleration, 60 speed, but it's so much better than Wilt Chamberlain. And then there were 2. At number 2, we're going to the final set. I'm going Moses Malone. Moses Malone, you can definitely argue him versus Wilt Chamberlain. He's constantly going down in price. They're giving out final sets for everything. 6'10", so he's undersized for a center, which is not great. As well as that, he's got 5 half badges. Half intimidator and rebound chaser are pretty good though, can't lie. He's got gold rise up. In terms of his like stats, he's got a good post hook and post fade, but again, he's too small, so a lot of the time he will get contested. He's got a decent mid-range. His 3-ball, he's actually shoots from the corners quite well on next gen, can't lie. Ball handle 45. He can get clamps, but you have to pay to badge him up to give him clamps. Decent enough block, not terrible perimeter defense, great interior defense, but again, it doesn't matter too much. Like, he's got really good speed. I can't lie, he's got really good speed, but the 42 lateral quickness is what kills him. And the fact he is more expensive. He's small. He's got one thing going for him, it's his speed. I can't lie, his speed is pretty good. But again, his defense, I've used him. It does not feel as good as it should be. Shooting wise, he's still a bit of a liability. And if you want to argue Wilt over Moses Malone, fair enough. Or Moses Malone should be behind Wilt on this list, fair enough. But they're both not great cards, and Moses is just more expensive. And number 1, this card, I did not realize how expensive this card was. It's Shaq. It's Shaq. That's like 40k MT. Amethyst Shaq is 40k. Yeah, he's got back down punisher. Yeah, his player build makes him the best rebounder in the game. But, like, come on. The guy's got no post fade whatsoever. He's got a 26 3, 45 mid, 55 free throw. He's not scoring a free throw. He's not scoring a mid. He's not scoring a 3. Can't do anything unless he's dunking the ball around the basket. 89 blocks. Perimeter defense is actually pretty alright. Speed 68. It's kind of weak. And 57 lateral is not great. He's literally like slightly worse Wilt Chamberlain. He's like slightly worse Wilt Chamberlain. He's the same price as Wilt. And the difference is that he doesn't lock in for anything. If he locked in for something, you could definitely say, you know what, Shaq is better than Wilt. But he doesn't. He doesn't lock in for anything. So, obviously, a lot of the time, people's values are in the lock-in. For example, Chris Webber, who I had to put in power forward because there wasn't that many bad power forwards. His value, he's actually extinct right now. The reason why he's like 200-300k is because he locks in for Draymond, who's really good. A lot of people's values are in the lock-in, but Shaq doesn't even lock in for anything. Then we are on to the best value. So I have to put an asterisk here, an honorable mention. And if you are playing on next gen, this guy might be number 1. I can't even lie. In terms of pure value for 13k, if you are playing on next gen, number 1. The problem is he is not great on current gen. I will be the first to say it. He is not the greatest player in the world on current gen. He's got no hot, well, he's only got 1 hot zone. It's a position he'll rarely be in. His release is inconsistent. But if we're talking next gen, man, Kristaps with the 69 speed at 7'3", lateral quickness is not terrible, but his jumper is so nice on next gen. It's awful current gen, great on next gen. So for me, Kristaps belongs on it. But most of you guys are watching for current gen, so he's not on the list. Current gen, number 5, we're going to season tip-off, and it's Rafe LaFrentz. So, LaFrentz, 2K MT. The guy is super cheap. The guy is super, super cheap. You can get him for 1.7k. And what you're getting for 1.7k is an elite catch and shoot big. That's what he does. Don't expect him to do anything more than that. His actual, his release, fantastic. He'll drop step people and dunk around the basket. I will say that. And his post game is okay. He's got a great mid-range, grade 3, fantastic release. 4 hot zones outside the 3. Not a great block. Rebounding is okay. Speed, it's just about usable. Again, not in a competitive setting, but 59, 46, 56 is just about usable speed-wise. That's kind of cutoff point. I reckon if you watch this video, and 41 hour points is terrible. If you watch this video in 3 or 4 weeks and they come out with another Sean Kemp type player, I'll probably say this card is borderline unusable because of speed, but for his price, basically 1k MT, you can't get too much better than this guy if you just want a spot-up shooter, especially if you're starting at the game. At number 4, we're going to the Possess set, and it's Dino Raja. Dino is cheaper than Rafe LaFrentz. You can often find Dino for 900 coins. It is not rare at all. I'd say these bids are probably going to end less than 1,000. But what you're getting with Dino is you're not getting the shooting, but you are getting speed, man. You are getting speed, a great player build, and length. Dino has a 7'11" wingspan, so he grabs a ridiculous amount of rebounds, blocks a ridiculous amount of shots. His badges, they're honestly not great. They are really not. But the thing with Dino is, it's just he plays above his stats. Post game, he still dunks on everybody, gets every board. Can't shoot the 3, but a great mid-range shooter. He's got terrible ball handle, but great dribble sigs. I'm telling you this right now. Later on in the year, Dino will be the best center in the game. The way he dribbles the ball, if we manage to get one of those throwback Dinos around February, March, he will probably be the best center in the game. Block rating 79, lie, it's 115. With his wingspan, he's the best shot blocker in the game. As well as that, just look at his speed though. 78, 69, 78. That is huge. That is absolutely huge. He was a lot more OP, say, 3 or 4 weeks ago than he would have been now, than he is right now. Because when he first came out, there were very, very few centers were good lateral. As well as that, there were very few quick first step centers, so he was probably the best center running by people. However, since then, there have been a lot of quick first step centers that have come out that are just way better than Dino attacking the basket. Well, power forwards play centers, sorry. And then there are a lot more clamp centers as well. But his lateral quickness is okay as well. But again, for this price, is it better value to play a Sean Kemp at center? Probably, but man, Dino's not bad. Dino is not bad at all. And he's usable against most teams in Unlimited. He is usable. You can get away with using Dino. Then we are on to number 3. And number 3 is a little more expensive one. It's like, imagine if Ilgauskas was a million times better. Or you've got a much better LaFrentz. And it's Arvida Sabonis. So Sabonis around the 30k MT mark. And he's not for everybody. I will say this, he's not for everybody. But he's so good at what he does well. And he's just about fast enough that he's not unusable. Maybe in 3 or 4 weeks we'll be looking at Sabonis and saying he's unusable. But right now we have yet to see we've yet to see a card that can completely render this unusable. Unless you're coming up against Blake, you don't come against Blake nearly as often as came up against Steph Curry. But I honestly can't even remember. Was Arvida Sabonis even a player in 2K20? Because remember in 2K19, Sabonis was literally the guy. He was the guy that everybody used. I think, am I right in saying there was like a historic spotlight sim? Arvida Sabonis? Am I right in saying that? I think I could be right. I could be wrong in saying that, but and I can't even remember Sabonis at all in 20. They probably released him too late in the year for him to be usable. But Sabonis has got a half catch shoot, half brick wall, half drop, separate dimer, set shooter. These are all solid badges, man. These are all solid badges. Sniper gold as well. Post game is good, but just look at these stats. 88 3 ball, 88 mid. He's also got, obviously, great passing, good enough driving dunk, or sorry, good enough block, not a great steal. Perimeter defense is not good. Speed, 59, 54, very similar to a LaFrance, but it's just kind of on the cusp of usable, as well as 59 lateral quickness, which is not nearly as bad as in the 40s, which is a lot more usable. So Sabonis, definitely, it takes a certain type of player to use Sabonis and have success with him, but for someone like me, I have a lot of success with this card anytime I use him, and I really, really enjoy the card. However, if you guys do like a Sabonis, in terms of value, I can't really suggest these guys over him, but I mean, paying the double the amount for Gobert is probably the best bet, to be honest. But yeah, now we are on to number 2, and it's the guy that I keep mentioning, Andrea Bargnani. Andrea Bargnani right now is around 6k MT. I still can't believe he's this cheap. I thought when he went to like 16, 70k, he's going to be up a lot more. But he's got bronze range extender, which is huge. Which is, like, you don't understand how important having range on bronze is. Range on bronze, clamps on bronze, those badges like that. Like bronze badges, normally the gap between bronze and gold is smaller than the gap between bronze and not having the badge. But 87 3 ball, got a great block rating. Again, 85 feels higher. 66 speed, 64 acceleration, which is fine. 52 lateral quickness is not great, but the speed is fine. Like, it's same speed as Duncan, Gobert. It is more than fine. He is an elite pick and pop jump shooter, and if you can't afford a Duncan or Gobert, the best player you can probably get for that, doing that, is Bargnani. And at his price, he's a steal. He's a no-brainer if you're just starting off the game. He is definitely a tier above the likes of LaFrance and Dino Raja. If you're working your way up, he's a no-brainer. But number 1, this guy did not get anywhere near the hype that it should have got. Patrick Ewing. I want to see what price he is right now, because I need to go and pick one of him up. But Patrick Ewing, I'm telling you right now, and once I was like 5k MT last week. He's less than 5k. This guy's ridiculously good. He is one of the best interior centers in the game. Give me this Patrick Ewing over Kareem. Give me this Patrick Ewing over a lot of players. Let's see. He's less than 4k MT, is he? Like, you are getting a 4,000 MT card. He's basically the pink diamond. I'm telling you, he's basically the pink diamond. Look at these badges. Half post sprint ignition, half drop stepper, half rim protector, half post move lockdown. He's got fearless finisher gold, hook back boss gold. He's got 20 golds, like hook specialist, which is deep hooks, intimidator, fade ace. He's got he can hit threes from the corner if he's sometimes. Really good mid-range shot, release is a bit iffy. Great standing and driving dunk. Obviously not a great ball handle. Block is pretty good. He's got good interior defense. Rebounding is pretty decent, especially for his height and length. Speed, not the greatest, but basically the same as his pink diamond. 68 lateral quickness is not terrible. He is one of the best interior centers with just the way he's got all those interior badges, his ability to play in the post, his ability to kind of spread people out from mid, interior defense. He is one of the best at what he does in the game. Like, he is going to give you, he's a little bit slower than the Kareem, so I'm not going to say he's better than that Kareem, but he's way better than Wilt. He's way better than Moses. He's way better than Shaq. He is one of the best interior centers in this game. And we have not yet got to the stage where interior centers are useless. We have not yet got to that stage. There will be a stage. Trust me, it's coming. In the next 6 weeks, there will be a stage where a pure interior center is beyond useless in game, no matter what your playstyle is, because we're going to have, for example, they're shooting Hakeem, they're shooting Kareem. And I don't mean 76 3 ball, I mean like 85 plus 3 ball. We're going to have those cards quite soon, and they are going to be game changers. So anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it. These are the best value and worst value centers in my opinion. That's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.